What's up YouTube, it's Sean here, back today to give you a review of the size collaboration with New Balance on this 550 in this gray and cream colorway and the light brown and green colorway. Today's video, as always, is sponsored by the good people from Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell ETB insoles, which essentially is the same material you'll find in Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I've linked down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, whether that's for a pair of thick winter boots or for sneakers, you're going to find there's a suitable insole for everyone. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and to me, I honestly find them very comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code SEANGO at checkout and get 15% off your entire purchase. So these two shoes in my hands are 2 out of the 3 pairs in the size collaboration with New Balance in what people are calling the Cordura pack. And originally, all 3 colorways were released on Size's website on April 7th, but locally, Size Canada, yes, we have one Size location as of right now, but they're raffling off this light brown and green colorway, and they're set to release on April 29th for a price of 150 Canadian dollars, which is the equivalent to roughly 120 USD. So I did want to give a big shout out over to Size Canada for sending me over this brown and green colorway, and unfortunately for the gray and cream one, I picked these up on the secondary market for resale. So the style code for this gray and cream colorway is BB550SS1, whereas for the light brown and green colorway, it's BB550SZ or SZ1. And as you can probably tell, unlike your typical 550 silhouette, which is typically leather or suede based, these two in contrast have much more of an outdoorsy, winterized feel, which I thought it was kind of odd that Size is releasing this during spring. I think it would have made a lot more sense if they dropped these in, for example, October or November. But I'm guessing maybe because of production delays, things got pushed back, so we're left with these water resistant shoes for the spring. So diving straight into the details, on the toe box, the base layer of both of these shoes, this is constructed using Cordura mesh, which is backed with a secondary layer, making it water resistant. Overlaid on the front toe cap, we have an asymmetrical cut of this hairy suede, which is done in gray and brown respectively. Moving downwards on the brown and green colorway, we have more suede, but it's a bit more of a flatter suede, and it's done in a lighter shade of brown, and on the lateral side we have 550 embroidered in a darker brown. Above this on the quarter panel, we have more of that hairy suede, and in the middle we have the New Balance N logo. This is done in this green colored mesh, and it's surrounded by this layer in black. Next to this, once again on the lateral side, we have this tag which has Cordura fabric branding, and next to this we have another hit of that flat suede in that khaki or light brown color. In contrast, for the gray and cream pair, pretty much the remainder of the shoe is constructed in that same hairy, long-haired suede. On the lateral side, you'll see we have 550 branding embroidered in this teal color, and in the middle we have that New Balance N logo. This is also constructed out of mesh, but instead of the green, this is done in more of a teal colored finish. Surrounding the heel, we have more of that long-haired suede, and in the middle we have the New Balance logo, which is pressed on in green for the brown and green pair, and teal for the gray and cream pair. And on the very top, the back heel of the shoe is very well padded, and it's covered in more of that mesh material in green and gray respectively. For the laces, these come with these flat style laces, and they're done in this tonal finish matching the colors of the shoe itself. So for the brown and green pair, we have these brown and green colored laces, and for the gray and cream pair, we have gray and teal colored laces. Underneath this, the tongue is constructed out of that same mesh material that we saw earlier on the toe box, and on the very top we have this rectangular nylon tag with New Balance 550 branding. The inner liner of the shoe is lined in this silky smooth colored nylon, and you'll see it's done in black on the brown and green pair, and this tonal gray on the gray and cream pair. And then moving on to the insoles, so just like all your other 550s, these come with a double layered ortholite foam insole. So you'll see on the top, we have this rectangular size patch, which is stitched on the heel, and then flipping the insole over to the other side, you'll see there's a secondary layer of foam, which covers the back half of the insole, giving you that secondary layer of cushioning. So the upper of the 550 sits atop this solid rubber cup sole, but covering the back of the shoe, we have this rubber heel clip, which gives you added structure and support for the back end of the shoe. The midsole itself is done in black on the brown and green pair, and cream for the gray and cream pair, and found on the lateral side of the midsole, we have both the New Balance logo and the New Balance word mark. And if I flip the midsole over to the other side, you'll see right in the middle on the medial side, we have this exposed wedge of foam, and this is encased within that rubber cup sole. And then finally, turning the shoe over to the bottom, here we have your standard 550 outsole. So we have this full black rubber outsole on the brown and green pair, and a cream colored outsole on the gray and cream pair. and running down the heel we have this New Balance branding. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these size 550s. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like most of my other 550s, so I personally prefer to go a half size down. So I'm a true size 10, slightly on the wider side. I got these both in a size 9.5 US, and they fit me perfectly. Even though this is Cordura fabric, and it's a bit thicker, making it more water resistant, it may have been maybe slightly more snug than the typical leather 550, but it wasn't snug enough that I'd have to change sizes. So basically, whatever size you normally wear for the 550, I'd stick with that same size. So for narrow footers, normal width footers, or even slightly wide footers, and you like more of a snug one-to-one fit, you can definitely go a half size down from your actual measured foot size. But if you have wider feet, you'd probably want to stick true to size for these and just deal with the extra room from a length perspective. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so the 550 I've said before in many of my past reviews, but I find them to be quite comfortable. To be honest though, the majority of that comfort is coming from that very well padded insole, but because of the combination of that soft and squishy insole with this hard and sturdy midsole, it gives you that good balance of softness and squishiness while still feeling like it's very stable and low to the ground. Keep in mind though, the 550 is a little bit more on the heavier side, and in many ways it kind of reminds me of retro 80s basketball shoes like the Nike Air Force 1. Finally, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship, so first off, material quality, I'd say I was pretty impressed. Even though this is not a made in US or a made in UK New Balance, I thought the materials were actually quite nice. The suedes really had that nice soft feel to them, and you run your fingers across it and you can tell that it's a decent cut of suede. And similarly, from an overall build and craftsmanship standpoint, I didn't notice any major flaws at all in my pair, so I thought especially for a collaboration, it's great that New Balance was able to give us a very solid shoe straight from their Asian factories. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss both of these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. Of the three colorways in the size and New Balance 550 collection, these two were my top two favorites. But if I had to choose one, it would definitely be this gray and cream colorway. I really like the combination of the gray, the teal, and the cream hits. And it's unique enough that it makes it stand out on its own, but the colorway in itself is very winter ready. Whereas for this brown and green pair, I think it's very solid in its own way, but it definitely has much more of that hiking shoe vibe. And I'm also not that crazy about black outsoles, which is why I place this one in second compared to the gray and cream colorway. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about the size and New Balance 550 in the gray and cream and the brown and green colorway. Between these two, which of the two do you guys prefer? I threw up a poll on my Instagram stories, and this gray and cream pair had about 66 or 67% of the vote, compared to 33% of the vote for this one. Either way though, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and you can subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on my Instagram page at esgo8, check me out on Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. Before I end this video, another huge shout out goes out to Size Canada for sending me over this pair. And until next time, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.